next year, just because I have a lot going on, like work-wise, and it will probably get more busy from here. But it is something I do want to look into doing. But yeah, so just answer anybody's questions. I will do it at a later date. Okay, now I'll talk about the holiday. Okay, so me and two friends of mine got the train up to the city that was near us. I nearly said the name then. And we met up with our other friend. And I haven't asked if I can say their names on here, so I'm keeping them anonymous. So friend one, I've known him since I was like 11, because we were in the same tutor group at school. Friend two, I've known since we were like 13. I think we just randomly started messaging on Facebook one day, and we went to the same school, and then we saw each other in person, and it was like, oh my god, hey. And then friend three is dating friend two, and that's how I know that. Anyway, so it was me, friend three, and the two boys, friend one and two. Yeah, so we went to London on the train, and we got to the airport, and we had kind of a later flight. So we got there, we had some dinner, had a couple of drinks, and just like chilled out, had a catch up and all of that stuff. Oh my god, food at the airport is ridiculously expensive. What the fudge? Yeah, I think there was like a Wetherspoons at the airport, and Wetherspoons, if you know what it is, if you're British you'll know, but it's like a cheapy restaurant just for like a cheap drink, cheap food sort of thing. Not always very high quality. I've heard they literally microwave everything. I don't know if that's true, don't come at me, but yeah, just a rumour. It's £11 for just a meal, and I was like, what the hell? And it was like £3 for a pint of apple juice, and I'm like, really? I might as well have got an alcoholic beverage. So was that. We flew with Ryanair. The only thing, I've not flown with them very often, but both our flights into Germany and out back into England from Germany, they were both delayed by like an hour. But at first I was just a bit like, yeah, whatever. But it does get a bit like annoying when you're tired and you're waiting, and it's not amazing, but it could be a lot worse. There's people who have had flights that are delayed by like 4 hours, and ours was like 1 hour, so it could be worse. Anyway, so we got from the airport to our hotel, and we got in quite late, and Germany are like, I think they're like 1 hour ahead. 1 hour ahead. So that really confused my brain for a second. So I was going to bed at like 1 a.m, but it was, in my mind it was 12 because of the time difference. So yeah, the hotel was amazing. Like, I know with certain things I'm easily impressed, but like hotel rooms, like I'm like, oh my god, the shower's massive, oh my god, the bed is so comfy and stuff like that. Like, I could be really easily pleased sometimes. But it was such a nice hotel, a really nice stay. I felt a little bit bad because I tried to learn like a smidge of German, and I really tried to pronounce the words. Like, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but when I was a teenager, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I don't remember this conversation, but I recently said to them that I thought I was maybe dyslexic, and he was like, oh yeah, I remember having this conversation with you when we were like 15, but you didn't want to ask your parents to get diagnosed because you were frightened. And I was just like, oh, why am I like this? But it's worked for now. I just do my best, and I'm not even 100% sure. I might just be like, I just might be like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit silly. Anyway, so yeah, I really tried to speak some German, but it wasn't always successful. So yeah, we got there. Day one, we went to a zoo. It was really good. However, I did feel like the enclosures for some of the bigger animals could have been a bit better. But we saw polar bears. I think I've knocked this. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, we saw polar bears, and they could like put their nose up and like sniffing the air, and apparently that means that like they think you smell like dinner, basically. Again, don't know if that's true. That's just something that my friend said to me. Friend number 2, that is. But yeah, that was really good. And there was bratwurst. I didn't have one, but I did try. Friend number 2 ordered it, and I tried a bit, and it was amazing. I love it. Yeah, then we went back to the hotel for a bit, and then we had some dinner, had some drinks at the hotel, and like in the bar. And we also had like a little wander around, and we found like this like medieval village, like an old medieval village. It was so pretty, guys. Like, honestly, I was just like, I felt like I was in a fairy tale. Like, I felt like I was in a fairy tale. I felt like I was the book that I'm reading, A Court of Mist and Fury. I felt like I was in that. I felt like I was in Fairy's village. Anyway, yeah, so that was the first day, and then the second day we wanted to do like quite a bit. We wanted to see like a museum. There was a medieval dungeon, and there's also like a castle from the 13th century, I think. We couldn't find the dungeon. We didn't have time for the museum, but we did see the castle. Just because we were like, yeah, let's get up early and do this, that and the other, but we would often wake up like mid-morning. But fair enough, you're on holiday, you don't want to wake up early. So yeah, we went to this castle, and it's so interesting. I don't know if you guys know, but I love history. Like, I won't watch like documentaries, but I like visiting places and like reading the little like posters that they have, seeing the architecture, seeing the objects back from those times, and being like, oh, this is a sword from this day, and they used it for this, this, and this. I don't know why, I've always loved it, but there's certain parts of history that I won't enjoy. Sorry if you see me fidgeting. My eczema is really bad at the moment, and I'm trying to like make sure I don't itch. Yeah, so we saw the historical castle, and it was up a hill, and my friends were like trying to walk up this hill, and they were like, why are you so far away? And I was like, the quicker you walk up the hill, the quicker we'll be over and done with. So that was that. Yeah, we tried to find the dungeons, and when we were going on Google Maps, we just couldn't find it. We were like, where is it? And we asked for directions, and they pointed us to it, and in the end we were just like, shall we just go see that medieval language again. So we did, and we did like a bit more of explore. And we also found like a fair that was going on. We had like a little look around Nuremberg a bit more, and there was it was basically like an Oktoberfest fair, which was really good. There was that. I didn't go to like any of the stalls or buy anything, but I did get like a little magnet shaped like a heart with the German flag. It said Germany, and it had like a picture of Nuremberg in it. So that was really cute. Yeah, and then again we had some like lunch and dinner out and about. We went to a pub. It reminded me like of a pub, and there was like an argument, like shouting, but they were speaking in a different language, and I was like, God, I wish I knew what they were saying. My friends were the same. We were like, we're just nosy, I guess. We're nosy people. Yeah, so there was that, and the final day, yeah, it was just like at breakfast, and we found like a bunch of shops that were massive, and we found a Lindt chocolate shop. I felt like I was in heaven. Your girl is a chocoholic. Like, I love chocolate. Honestly, I think I've got a problem. I think I've got a problem with chocolate, because if I don't have it, I get really irritable. I should probably cut down a bit because it's not good for you. And I don't really want to get like ill. But yeah, there was a Lindt chocolate shop, and like in the UK, I don't know if anyone's like experienced it, but basically in the UK everything's really fucking expensive, especially Lindt chocolate. And there's like those big boxes you can get, they're like £15 now, but you get a massive 1 kilogram bag in Germany for like 50 quid, I think. And I was like, in the UK that would be double. So it's that, and they had like this shelf, and it was just full of like the chocolate bars like that, those rectangular ones, and it was just like different flavours. I had like a dark chocolate with mousse. Oh, so good. And they had like these little like hampers, and they were like for Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, like little baskets with like treats in. And I really wanted to get one for my boyfriend, but I couldn't take it on the plane. And also there was like this massive table at the front of the shop, and it was like really deep baskets, and it was just full of the Lindt chocolate truffles, and you could get a bag and you could pick out whatever ones you wanted. Obviously depending on the weight, depended on the price. And there was just so many different options. I didn't realise how many different flavours of Lindt there was, because it's really limited in the UK. I think more flavours come out around Christmas time, but guys, I can speak so passionately about chocolate, it's mad. But yeah, so it was a really good holiday. I feel like it's redeemed itself a little bit in my perspective of friendship holidays, because I've been on some and they've not been, like, they've been fine, but I felt like certain things have happened on a friend's holiday, like peer pressure and them making it about themselves, like, I want to do this, this and this, and not really considering what you want to do. I've had a few of those, but this holiday, like, I just feel like everyone was heard, nobody argued, like, it was really, really good, and I think I would go away with them all again. And my partner at first, he said he didn't want to go on holiday with me and them because he didn't really know them, but then because he missed me, he said he would come along next time, which is quite a big thing because he's quite shy. But yeah, it was a really good holiday. I think I'm definitely going to go back. I'm going to find those medieval dungeons and look in them because I want to know what's going on. Bristol Museum, and there was like a whole section like of different like art, like paintings and stuff. So it was like a history and art gallery, and I found it really, really interesting. I never thought I was one to be like interested in the art side of things, but turns out I am. And your girl's a bit of a bookworm as well, and I took my book on holiday at Caught in Mist and Fury. I'm like nearly halfway through it, but I'm excited. Yeah, so very, very good holiday, very, very good. Would 100% recommend going to Nuremberg if you ever want to go. Yeah, and also the weather, it wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be really cold and really rainy, but it was like long sleeve weather. Like I could wear this with a coat and I would be fine. But if I didn't have my coat on, it would have been okay as well. Yeah, I keep saying how good it was, but yeah, it was good. I just say the only thing was obviously the flights being delayed, but that can't always be helped. It was really funny on my flight actually. So I was sat next to a couple of people. One of them didn't speak, like they spoke a bit of English but not much, and I was trying to do up my belt on the plane, and she was like looking at me because I was struggling to put it on because I was being stupid basically. And she was like, "You okay?" And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, playing it off. And she's like, no, and grabbed my belt and did up my belt for me. I was so mortified, I couldn't believe it. But I looked back and it was quite funny. Oh, sorry if you heard that, I just banged the table. And then I was like sniffing because the last time I went on the plane I was quite anxious. This time round, because I had my book distracting me, I was okay. I just pretended I was on a train in the sky. But I kept sniffing because I felt a bit like teary. And she was like, "Do you have the flu?" And I was like, no, I'm fine. She went, ugh. Put a mask on. I was like, okay, thanks. But yeah, nice lady. Yeah, all in all, good holiday. Would recommend Nuremberg. Try a currywurst or a bratwurst if you're out there. And also, like, the places we went to, we were lucky that the people knew English, but in the castle, when we were getting a tour of the well in the castle that we went to, the guy who was talking about it was like, "Oh, does anyone need translation, like speak English or whatever?" My friend put his hand up and none of us did, and he was like, "No, you guys need translation too." And the guy who was doing the tour was basically like, "Right, next time you learn German, then you come back to the castle." And I was like, "Okay, sorry." Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, so that is my holiday in a nutshell, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed listening. And just a reminder, I know I'm not like massively famous or anything like that, or would have much influence, I guess, but I would like to remind everyone to be kind. I'm sure you're aware of the One Direction singer that's passed away, and there is a lot of slander and negativity on the internet right now. So please just remember to be kind and remember that we're all human. I know some people might not think that's my place to say, but just be kind. Always be kind.